Pure Eurekas! All of this has been revealed to me in a form of intrusive thoughts. Just for you have finished watching video of a power streamer and wants to have fun, here we go! First one, Horror Elixir, and I can already hear you shouting out loud, dude, you have played too much of that Not Laser Spire and new Toho demo, and my response is, I didn't play enough of that demo and neither did you. Also, do you realize Zoom, like Project Moon, gathers inspiration from the culture of our world? Yeah, that's right. Beer is also a part of the culture. That is to say, the tale of Princess Kaguya is not a Moria Shrine conspiracy, as can be evidenced by a certain mainstream anime. There is a thing I'd like to believe about you, my viewer. I'd like to believe you are more perceptive than most. So at this point, you have most definitely probably called me out. The tale of Princess Kaguya is a Japanese tale and yours with Canto will be 9 and not 8. I do have two excuses. First, I went with my gut feeling and my gut told me that Horai and Shanghai are matching names and Shanghai is Chinese, so Horai must also fit. Second, as I have dug just a little bit deeper, I have found out that the tale of Princess Kaguya borrows elements from the Chinese legend of Chang'e, which also features a Lunarian descending to Earth and Elixir of Immortality. Speaking of latter, this was the original point of connecting two seemingly unrelated things in my tangled mess of a mind, because we have already seen immortality being sought after in Limbus. And then, suddenly one day, for no reason at all, Horror Elixir reveals itself to be a singularity. What I mean is, granting immortality is not the intended function of a Horror Elixir, it's a consequence of the intended function, which is the destruction and erasure of an individual's fate. You see, China, among other things, have developed a unique concept of interpreting fate, which we, the bourgeois, have called determinism when discovered, and it works exactly as you would expect. All events are destined to happen, and there is nothing you can do to stop them. Again, you are my viewer, so you are more perceptive than most, so I'm sure you can give 2 to 3 examples yourself. In China itself, this, at times, have reached anecdotal levels, where you were not supposed to rescue a stranger from a wild animal because doing so would interfere in a stranger's fate. Fate knows all, when you'll make love, when you'll wage war, and even when you will eventually die of old age. And this is where Horai Elixir comes in and destroys your very fate. Now you don't have it, and since nothing anymore tells you to die at a certain time in a certain place, you just don't. And this is your immortality. And this is why I believe there is a certain possibility for Horai Elixir to get Santiago into Canto 8. Apart from questions risen from pure immortality, for the last 2 Cantos we have been confronted with questions of cruel and unavoidable fate. And we also have our own Lucifer of the Morning Star, often telling us about his favorite flavor of meat, and urging us to consider true freedom. Now it's too interesting to see and becomes intrusive thought. Second intrusive thought is not wholly mine, I've caught it from the Faustwurm, then transformed. First, Jade Qilin's pronunciation has transformed in my bourgeois brain into Jade Qilin, and then I remembered. Qilin wasn't the only mythical beast of that particular tale, it was a part of a set called the 4 Symbols. The 4 symbols include Azure Dragon of the East, White Tiger of the West, Black Turtle of the North, and Vermilion Bird of the South. Honestly, if you tell me these guys form a Charles Office tier fixer office, I would believe it. But you wouldn't believe me because you're perceptive. You have noticed. I said Qilin is a part of the 4 symbols, but none of the 4 symbols I have named is Qilin. It's a rather fresh addition to the set. It's still way older than addition of Yukos to the Zodiac, but as close to the secret 5th season between seasons. It even mimics the relationship within the 4 symbols. Each of the original 4 corresponds to a cardinal direction, yet Qilin sits at the very center. And this is how Faustwurm's theory about Jade Qilin got even wilder. You thought we'd meet a color? And this is a big deal? Boy, do I have a special deal just for your delicious chroma 5 for the price of 1. All you have to do is to press that red subscribe button below. Wait, but there also exist the 4 holy beasts, which aren't really the 4 symbols because Qilin displaces the White Tiger completely. What if, in Limbus, this did happen literally, and now, as if we believe the Faustwurm, Jade Qilin is not in a position to disprove any fraud allegations, and White Tiger might come back with a casus belli. Oh.